Hi everybody, I'm Mike McCaster, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about restricting or banning fossil fuels in America. Now, to start it all off, I want to talk to you about the benefits of switching to green renewable energy. Now, what I'm talking about are electric vehicles, solar farms, wind farms, and hydro dams, which I'll be talking about later in my presentation. Now, this image may be graphic, but it really puts into perspective of how serious this is. The Earth is dying. We have to just accept that fact, and we need to realize that we're responsible for it. Now, as you can see from the graph, about 67.3% of all CO2 emissions that are going into the atmosphere right now are coming from fossil fuels. And if we break that down further, oil is 23%, coal is 27.9%, and natural gas is 11.9%. So basically, we are causing irreparable damage to our planet just for energy purposes. As you can see again from these graphs, you can see how dependent we are with these fossil fuels. Now, if you look at this one number, our total energy consumption as of right now, in terms of thermal units, is 100 quadrillion as of 2018-2019. And over 70% of that energy that's been used is fossil fuels, where 20% is only renewable or nuclear. As well, you can see the projected graph. As the economy improves, you have a more likely chance of people buying renewable energy, whereas if the economy hits a recession again, people are going to stick to what they already have because it's cheaper and more readily available. However, when gas and oil prices go down because of a good economy, for a consumer, they're more likely to buy trucks or SUVs or something that's not really exactly eco-friendly. Now, ways to reduce fossil fuel consumption. As you can see from these lovely images, there are four specific ways that we can do this. Solar farms. Now, with solar farms, we could potentially power the entire country. As of right now, there's solar farms across our great nation that can power hundreds of cities and thousands of factories because they're producing hundreds of gigawatts of power. And wind farms that I don't live that far from produce almost the same amount of numbers, and they help local farms produce up to $1 to $3 billion as in the last decade. And most importantly, with another one of the largest chunks of the fossil fuels is oil. And a way to reduce oil is with electric vehicles such as Tesla. Yes, the lithium battery isn't exactly environmentally friendly, but as time goes on, the ways to recycle and reuse the battery will become more efficient and more safer for the environment, whereas oil is going to stay the same. So, how do we change this before it's too late? First of all, you can contact your local lawmakers. A great example of people taking action is states such as Washington, where they just passed a bill recently called the 100% Clean Energy Act, where basically they have outright banned all acts of coal and natural gas, and obviously they can't ban cars, but all ways to power their cities without clean energy. Another is to push our government into higher standards. Now, we all know that our current administration doesn't really have a big push for the EPA, whereas the predecessing president, Barack Obama, helped really influence the power that the EPA had. And for our next president, we should hold him and all legislators accountable to ensure that our future generations can flourish and have what we have and enjoy nature for what it is. And most importantly, it comes down to you. You have the power, if you're able to switch to more greener, reusable energy. Even buying recycled stuff, buying recycled clothes, switching your car to an old Prius, even anything that can help reduce our carbon footprint and the amount of carbon dioxide that's going to the atmosphere and slowly killing our planet. Thank you, everyone. I hope that this changed your mind. How long?